today we're going to talk about, what was our doing again?
I don't even know.
We're going to talk about what we look for these days in guys, like what attributes or what personality traits that is attractive to us now as grown ass women.
Oh, y'all playing.
This video is featuring my best friend. I don't know if she got a YouTube
What
page
the fuck? Okay, everybody in their mind, why was y'all in that lane if y'all wanted to get in this lane? Like, now y'all all want to... Oh, my bad. Excuse me.
I'm about to jump out.
No fuck.
Y'all about to see me bouncing on concrete.
No, like, but why would they all do that? Then go slow as fuck.
People do
Like,
that to me all day.
Go slow as fuck.
And that's okay. So you personally, what do you like? What's the personality trait or something that
Okay, you just gonna do whatever I do.
you look for and then these days that you didn't when we was growing up?
That I didn't when we was growing up.
But yeah, now that we grown and established.
Actually being like established, like being able to, you know, do for themselves, like career oriented. Like you might not be where you want to be in your career, but you on that path to get there and shit like that. Like I don't want no fucking b-boy. Like that shit not cute.
Absolutely not.
That's a big difference.
Yeah, I don't like street niggas. Now my baby dad is a street nigga and I can't stand that part of him. But she's absolutely right. Now where I differ with her is I don't mind getting it out the mud with a nigga. Like personally, I prefer that.
I done been there, done that. Fuck
I have to.
No.
To.
Let me tell you why I'm all not for that. I used to be that chick like, no, fuck that. I'm not where I want to be either. You know, I'm kind of down, this, that, and the third, or whatever like that. But niggas is down for a motherfucking reason. And I'm not your fucking mom. Like, it's not my job. Like, I got a whole motherfucking kids, 2 of them. I got 2 boys to raise. I'm not raising no grown-ass man. Like, I can't do that anymore. Like, that's not my position. Like, you dealing with me, you already a grown-ass man. Like, fuck, I look like raising another. Like, no, I got 2 little boys I'm raising.
Now, and I don't mean raising. Say you meet a guy and you really like him, but he works for Amazon.
I mean, it's not the okay.
He got dreams of actually being a contractor. Would you help him get there?
Okay,
teach him how to think.
That's what I'm saying. All right, bam. I was fucking with this nigga or whatever like that, and he do delivery for HelloFresh. Now the nigga don't just do delivery for HelloFresh. Like he actually got a fucking company and he's contracted through them and got a whole fucking van and all this shit like or whatever like that. So you know he actually doing something a little bit. You know what I mean? It's not just like he delivering food. Like. But he's just delivering food. Like, you know, like, so, okay, that's different. But that's what I mean about being career oriented. Like, it's a difference between a nigga working a job and a nigga having a career. Like, that's two totally different ballgames. Like, you could work at McDonald's or you could fucking own a McDonald's. Like, you see what I'm saying? You can be general manager of a fucking McDonald's. Like, you can, it's different things, it's different levels to it. Like, I want the nigga that don't want to just be the fucking nigga flipping the burgers at McDonald's. I want the nigga that's trying to own a motherfucking McDonald's, franchise a fucking McDonald's, really try to have their own fucking shit. Like, you see what I'm saying? Shit like that. Like, I just don't, and if you're not already there, like, I can understand you being on that path, but I just don't want the motherfucker that's okay with being entry level. Like, that's not okay. Like, you gotta.
Alright, so she probably does not understand me. Let's say he is entry level, but he's telling you, like, yeah, this is what I want to be, but he just can't connect the dots yet. Like, one thing as women, we got to understand that men, we are the brain. Like, men don't really have that type of, that just know-how. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Alright, that's what I mean. Like, okay, he got to still connect the dots. Then I'm not going to totally write you off because you connecting the dots. Like, if I'm fucking with you,
gotta help you connect the dots, though. What if you got help?
Like, yeah, I help you connect the dots. But I probably look at you as a friend, not more so as somebody that I'm trying to deal with.
And then once y'all connect the dots and he's successful, then he gonna be your man? That's not cool. Well, I'm different.
No, I'm not saying
this man, I'm different. Like,
I'm not saying that. Well, I'm saying no, because don't even put it like that. Because if I've been here riding it out with you as a friend, helping you connect the dots and trying to get you to better, is what you mean? Like that's the same thing. Like,
I'm saying y'all together. He want to be with you while he working at McDonald's, but he just ain't. Connect the dots all the way yet and got to where he needed to be. Me personally, I got a personality flaw where I know I'm the shit, but I sometimes know that the world don't see me the way I see myself, and I'm okay with that because I'm very good at proving myself to people. So if you work at McDonald's and you say you coming to me and you like, yeah, I want to be a contractor, like this McDonald's shit was just put money in my pockets and shit like that until I find out how.
To get to the contractor, like that's my whole thing, because that's the first thing I'm gonna ask you. Okay, that's nice. And what is you doing to get to that? Like, what is you doing to accomplish your goal? Like, don't just tell me, oh well, I'm still thinking about it. Oh, all right, well, keep thinking, maybe.
Well, I would be the one who would be like, oh, you want to be a contractor? Okay, well, let's find schools that offer that. Are you willing to do that? And if he not with it,
if you want to be a contractor and don't know already that there's schools that for you, then you
it's not that
the first job.
It's not that he don't know. It's just that some men.
That's the problem.
Some men don't have confidence.
We too willing to do too much for these niggas. Like, no, like hold up, we got to turn me down on it one, honey. No. I'm sorry, cause what you saying? What age range niggas is you talking about dealing with? Cause I'm 30 years old. You get what I'm saying?
30 years old.
And I'm
connect the dots.
Connect that if you want to, but don't put too many of them. Baby.
Connect the dots.
Like
the dots.
But no, like if I'm not dealing with no young ass nigga. Now, if I was dealing with a 20-year-old or under 30, then you know what? Okay, yeah. But I'm dealing with a grown ass somebody over 30, and more than likely I'm dealing with a nigga that's over 40. I don't expect to have to teach you the way. Like, I don't expect you to be 40 years old still trying to figure it out, talking about something. I'm working at McDonald's, but I always dreamed of having my own contractor business. The fuck you always dream, nigga? Your dreams is coming to
I got dreams too, and I'm not there yet.
Right, but what are you doing to accomplish it is my point. Like, if you're not doing nothing to try to accomplish your great dreams, then that's why they still dreams.
But him, just as simple as him saying it to you, is doing something to accomplish it. Like, some people just can't do it on their own. Like, they don't have that type of confidence.
But that's somebody that I'm sorry, but you just ain't the guy for me. Because I got enough teaching to do with my 2 kids. I don't need to be teaching a grown man. I need somebody who we equals. You see what I'm saying? If I got to teach you and all that, I'm not looking at you as an equal. Now you're going to be a little bit beneath me because I'm looking at you just like I'm looking at my kids. I'm raising. I'm not for that. Like, that's just not for me.
Well, for situational purposes, I dated a guy once, and he had his license and everything and said he could drive. And his mom told him to go pick up a rental. And we went all the way down to the rental place, and he got behind the wheel and was scared. And I had never drove before in my life, but I just knew I could do it. Like, I know my capabilities. I'm going to get us the fuck home in this rental.
But you do know why that motherfucker was scared, though, because he crashed my shit.
Oh, you know who I'm talking about? Well, I hopped in that rental with confidence, and I took off in that bitch, and we got home, and he was looking at me like, oh shit, bro, you here, nigga.
And do you see why that nigga is where he at, and you keep on going? Like, this is why we don't take care of niggas, because you trying to raise a nigga, and he still ain't fucking raised yet. And your ass sitting there trying to raise this motherfucker in the same house with his grown ass fucking mom who ain't raising a nigga.
She is going all the way left, so... The guy that I'm talking about, I'm not going to say no names, but he seems pretty okay now. He got a family that he's taking care of, and he works, and, whatever. I got in the car, got us the fuck home, and he was just looking at me like, wow, like
she... not be politically correct. The nigga might be on the fucking... Okay. Oh! You tried to hit me? Like, damn. Ooh.
So, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not good on the road because I got wheezy as it. But, and she makes it no better because she's speedy. So,
I am not speedy.
He was looking at me like, wow, like he was proud, he was impressed. And that gave him the confidence to now get behind the wheel and make sure that he can drive.
That didn't give him confidence. That gave him a competition. Like, I can't let this bitch outshine me. Like, oh shit, like I gotta do that too. Like, if she can do that, then why can't I?
I naturally outshine
If she could do that, then why couldn't you do that? Just because you're not.
But
like,
and then you got to think of the parent. Also, she was an enabler, so he didn't really know what
so
he
look
had.
at that. Look at. Let's think about that, right? So this is why he's a grown ass man that you got to fucking raise, because this is what he was taught. He was raised by an enabler, so he's expecting you to take care of him. He don't give a fuck how old he is and all that. Like, I bet you that girlfriend he got right now, washing his clothes, fucking taking care of him and the fucking kids, and he just go to work every day.
And as a man should. I don't feel like he should be washing clothes and cooking. We just both got different views, because me personally, she's an enabler as a mother as well. She just started letting her son go to the fucking basketball court. He's 13, bigger than her. But but it's true.
God.
It's true.
First of all,
it's because
we're not going to get on that. My son is special. We're going to talk about the fact that he's autistic, and she's not putting that the fuck out there. Like, my oldest son is the fuck.
If that's the case, we're autistic, bitch.
I was mentally gifted. Ain't nothing autistic about me.
Most autistic people are very smart.
Oh, that's what I tell him. But
that's very much true.
I know.
Albert Einstein was autistic.
Man, what I'm telling you is, okay, we're not going to discuss that, because this is somebody who really just learning how to cross the street by himself.
Because you just letting him.
No, because he fucking don't pay attention. Like, my 6-year-old crossed the street better than my 13-year-old. What are you talking about? It's because my 13-year-old a little special. Like, the fuck, I let my 6-year-old go. Listen, my 13-year-old could go to the basketball court if he take the 6-year-old, because the 6-year-old gonna pay attention. Okay, how about this? Okay, you wanna know why he don't go to the fucking basketball court? Perfect example. We went to the motherfucking fashion district gallery, depending on how old you is. Tuesday, right? Mm-hmm. The fucking I don't know where my phone is.
Did it
I
fall?
technically don't know if I'm going the right way.
Is she gonna speak?
But remember I muted her. Listen, so
we bitch you talk about, listen, we gotta find this phone before this 1 hour ride turned into a 5 hour ride.
Oh, 1 hour ride, bitch, it's only a half hour. We almost there. We following the signs to Wilmington.
Oh, well, you better do it. Sorry.
So look, so we walking down, what's that, 10th Street, going to Market. Now, he don't know this. It's these two niggas. He walking around with my motherfucking backpack on, got my wallet and shit, and they're like, in a whole other fucking world. We walking up. I see the niggas instantly turn around, because I'm like a few steps behind them. If you didn't pay attention to the fact that we got the same face, you wouldn't know we was together. So they instantly, bam, cut right to him. So now I'm like, oh, okay, they got the right motherfucking way. We know, like, I be waiting to fuck somebody, but we don't even get it there. So anyway, I'm like, oh, okay. So now I take a step, and I'm like, Jaden. So the bull, he turned, and Jay is still like, yeah, mom. I'm like, all right, come here real fast. I'm like, just walk with me. Y'all two walk with me. Stay right here with me. So he's like, okay. Bull, he don't even peek. They split up, but the one bull still following us. So I'm like, oh, I'm really about to fuck Bull up. Like, he's not getting, Jay got the book bag on him. So I'm like, he's not even going to get nowhere, but I'm really going to have to fuck this Bull up. So now we done got to Market, and then it was too much of a fucking crowd or whatever, so the nigga go the other way. And now I'm like, Jay, and you don't even fucking, do you know you were being followed? Like, do you know that? What? Now the nigga scared as fuck. He tripping over himself and shit. Like, I'm like, man, you can't even walk straight. Like, this is a problem. Like, that's why you don't go to the fucking basketball court by yourself. Like,
okay.
This is why, like,
he's from the county.
He's not from the county. Let's understand
all
it.
his
Like,
valuable years of learning that type of shit, he was in the county. And
we only been in the county for the last 3 years.
Also, y'all can tell by how she talked that he ain't gotta be tough and observant, because this bitch always on one.
Cause I'm observant, because the bitch I done been out there that we might want to find. Cause this is probably where
that's Nama's Road. You gotta keep going this way. That's Claymont. Keep going this way. I know that for a fact.
No, I'm not going
on I-95 south for 8 miles.
So wait, I think that's okay. We went on topic again. So I feel like every mother enables her son in a certain way, especially in this day and age, because men are an endangered species. Y'all being hunted. So, for whatever reason, his mom enabled him in those type of ways. I had no problem with that. my job was to show him his strengths and his powers and what he was capable of. Very, very scary.
With a nigga that was that scary.
But I respected him for being
protection.
scary.
Okay, let's talk about a situation. If you with a nigga, and just like how I peeped the situation.
Oh, bitch! I told you he ran on me
Okay.
one time. When
Exactly, y'all about to get robbed, and this nigga
No, he was about to get robbed. I had. That's okay. But listen, he let me know
that's
from
not a
the
nigga I can fuck
It's
with.
definitely
Like,
not cool.
You're not. You got it. I'm sorry for it. To me, one thing to fuck with a nigga, I need a sense of security. Like I know what the fuck I can do, but I shouldn't have to. You get what I'm saying? So it shouldn't be based off of me. I cannot be with somebody that I know we get a situation. You looking at me just like my kids looking at me like, what you gonna do? Like you got us? We good? Like your heart get pumped because you know your girl. No, like no.
Honestly,
I'm sorry.
I learned a lot of my strengths from being with him and knowing that I had to take that role. And I knew that if he was backed up against the wall, he probably would have fucked something up.
No.
But no, he could fight. He was a ninja.
This nigga, first of all, this nigga was so scared that it don't matter if he could fight or not. The nigga would have still ran. The fuck is you talking about?
Okay. Well,
Only time that nigga didn't run. Only time that nigga didn't run is when he crashed my shit. And I'm like, yo, come on.
He mentally ran. He just didn't physically move.
Like, yo, get the fuck out.
All right, but not to make it all about this guy that I dated before, but I was just using him as,
that was a good one.
Yeah, okay, but
who not to be with?
About him, like he had strengths though. Don't get it fucked up. Like there would be times when I just was like,
everybody got strengths,
right? So I felt like his strengths outweigh his weaknesses.
Okay, so just because his strengths outweigh his weakness doesn't mean that he's the right person for you.
Absolutely. Well, now where we at in my life, I know he wasn't because he's got his own family and I have my own. But and he ended up shitting on me. But that's cool. No, he shitted on me how he left me and shit like that.
But how? Cause
well, I don't want to say that on here.
Because what I know, I mean,
because we was together for like 5 years and he didn't say bye to me. He didn't break up with me or nothing. I just had to see him with the bitch, and then I knew like, oh,
that's what makes him a nut. Like what makes him weak. He wasn't even man enough to fucking, you know what I mean, say anything like fuck. That wasn't shitting on you. That was weak as fuck. I'd rather a nigga break up with me through a text message than that shit. Like that was weak as fuck. You don't even got the fucking balls to say like you're good, like you're done, we over.
That hurt my heart so bad. It did. Yeah, that was weak. I never looked at it from that angle. That was weak. But
he couldn't stand to actually tell you that. He couldn't come up like
it's cool. And I felt like when he did that, I felt like the whole hood laughed. But I'm still here,
Oh, they laugh because they nutty as fuck though. Like, look at them.
That's cool. I get more money than him and all them niggas, so I'm not tripping. So so I'm not tripping or whatever.
Y'all recycling each other money, y'all. This nigga is still your pack, and then you sell it, and then you buy it back from him, and then you sell it, and then the fuck y'all weird as fuck. Y'all just be
right. But
about keeping money in the hood.
I learned a lot from him, and I realized, that my strengths is also my weakness. Like me being able to help him get where he wanted to be, and he became like a workaholic too. Like he was going to school during the day and going to work at night, like coming late with me just for 1 second, and that shit was breaking me down because I don't like that. Like I don't like that. I don't like to see my niggas work. I know they gotta work and all that, but whatever. I'm kind of like a mom in a relationship, and that's a flaw. That's definitely a character flaw. But okay, I learned a lot from him though. So whereas though now, all those little red flags that I was getting and stuff like that, I was dismissing them because I just loved them so much. And ultimately that ended up being our demise. No, it's not over here, but what I say is I could take a nigga with some of his flaws today. Like I could take a nigga that
I'm not saying you gotta be perfect.
Yeah, you don't gotta. I can't fuck with somebody that's perfect because you gonna shine light on all my flaws. I'm flawed too, so I don't want you to be perfect. I want you to have situations where I feel like, oh, I can help you overcome that because I'm the type of person where I can step outside myself and I can see. Bitch, I don't see it. I definitely hear it. All right, we're gonna end this video and I'm gonna start another one.